Cape Cod, Massachusetts is beautiful and the perfect place to visit. Here's 14 of our favorite fun and frugal family things to do when we visit Cape Cod.
So if you like pina coladas and have always wondered where the dunes on the Cape are, we've got your answer. Stick around to the end. It's free.
First up, sightseeing. It's always free to look, and Cape Cod is the perfect place to do that. The tiny towns that dot the Cape are iconic and quaint. They have a style unique to Cape Cod and always welcome visitors. Trust me, it's a photographer's dream.
One of those towns is Provincetown. P-Town, as it's known to the locals, is an artist community that has a ridiculously good time all year long. Little shops line Commercial Street where you can get a t-shirt, a fine piece of art, or even visit a yard sale. Again, it's always free to visit, but there's lots of shops, so let your wallet be your guide.
While you're in Provincetown, you have to make time to visit the Pilgrim Monument. This 262-foot structure sits high atop a hill overlooking the ocean, and they say on a clear day, visitors can see Boston from the top. If you'd like to see for yourself, admission is $20 with discounts for active duty military and seniors. If you'd just like to see the monument, just look up from anywhere in town.
Did you know that the first place the Pilgrims landed was actually on Cape Cod? That place is called First Encounter Beach. Again, free to visit. There's a sign mark in the area. Today, it's a favorite among bird watchers and kiteboarders.
Another unique feature of Cape Cod is windmills. Now, we're not talking the modern windmills, we're talking Don Quixote type windmills. There are 7 you can visit on the Cape. All are free.
Who's the most famous family on Cape Cod? Well, the Kennedys, of course. And in Hyannis, where they live, there's a museum dedicated to the 35th President of the United States, John F. Kennedy. While you're in Hyannis, take a walk through the downtown, do some shopping, and get a bite to eat.
Having fun?
Please subscribe.
The reason Cape Cod has such unparalleled beauty is because of JFK. When he was president, he set aside 40 miles of the Atlantic coastline to be preserved as the national seashore. One of the areas where you can see all the beauty is Marconi Beach, just outside of Wellfleet. This is also the location of the very first radio tower that made the very first transatlantic wireless transmission.
And speaking of Marconi, just a few miles from Marconi Beach is the Chatham Marconi Maritime Museum. Cape Cod has played an important part in wireless communications since that first transmission in 1903. This station also received the SOS from the Titanic in 1912 and captured enemy transmissions during World War II. You'll learn all about that and much more at this museum. Admission is $10, kids under 12 get in for free, and seniors are only $5. It's a great rainy day activity.
Once you've learned all you can about wireless, head down the road about 15 minutes to west of Yarmouth. Here you'll find something completely unique to Cape Cod: pirates. Okay, so other places have pirates, but at the Whydah Pirate Museum, they have pirate booty from a real-life pirate ship that was discovered off the coast of Cape Cod by Barry Clifford in 1984. Today, at the museum, you can see cannons, muskets, and actual pieces of 8 that Clifford has pulled up off the bottom of the ocean. You can also see how they clean and preserve all this treasure and what they are still bringing in. Kids 4 and under get in for free, and they have discounts for youth and seniors. Yarr! It's a treasure of a time.
And speaking of time, methinks it's time for some shopping. Head on over to Chatham and take a walk through the downtown. While you're there, visit a cute little shop called Ducks in the Window. They have just about every rubber ducky imaginable in this shop. It's fun. And if you take one home, tell them we sent you.
This next item on the list isn't free or cheap, but it is definitely worth it. And it is truly a Cape Cod thing to do. It's whale watching! Hop on board one of the boats leaving the port of Barnstable or Provincetown and take in the beauty of the Gulf of Maine, where these beasts of the deep live during the summer and fall months. You see mostly humpbacks, but occasionally you can see finbacks, pilots, right, and even minke whales. If it's your first time seeing a whale, you'll feel like you just caught a glimpse of a unicorn. They are so big, and they are absolutely not shy. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience that everyone visiting Cape Cod needs to do.
Cape Cod is known for its beautiful coastline, and guarding it are 14 lighthouses from the tip of Provincetown to the edge of Falmouth. Many are open, and they welcome visitors to climb their towers, learn about life on the coast, and see what it was like to be a lighthouse keeper. A few of these towers have been moved over 300 feet inland because of the cliffs that they were sitting on are eroding. Be sure to set aside at least an hour per lighthouse to take in all their magnificence before it's too late.
Not all the lighthouses are open to the public. For instance, Chatham Lighthouse is an active life-saving station run by the United States Coast Guard and home to the Coast Guard boat that was featured in the 2015 movie, The Finest Hours. A true story that chronicles the brave and daring rescue of the crew of an oil tanker that broke apart off the coast of Chatham during the blizzard of February 1952. You can't go into this one because this is an active Coast Guard station, but it's 100% free to take a look at the lighthouse and the Coast Guard boat from outside the fence.
Our last stop is the 60 miles of coastline that is Cape Cod. It's some of the most beautiful seashore you'll ever see, but once you make it to Provincetown, you'll initially wonder what happened to the sea, because all you can see is shore. The Cape Cod oceanfront is made up of dunes, some as high as 85 feet, that roll across the landscape. It's not advised to walk the dunes, but in Provincetown, there are a few companies that give dune buggy tours in the season. Another way to see them is from the observatory at the National Park Service Visitor Center. If you like this video,
come on with us as we take our very first whale watch tour.